Log cabins have been a part of American history since 1620 when the Pilgrims landed. And now they're still part of American history in 2021 because people are buying log cabin kits on Amazon. Today we're going to be looking at 5 of those, and I'm going to be giving you some interesting facts that you probably need to know before you decide if you're going to buy one of these Amazon kits. It's going to be important information, so that way you don't get yourself in a... What would be a good pun for this? Wouldn't make a bad decision. Wouldn't, get it? Log cabin. I tried. I'm going to let you in a little secret. This is probably my favorite one because of the fact that it had this really modern look to the cabin. It is very small. It's 225 square feet. It's an all wood. It's factory made from slow grown Nordic spruce. The outside dimensions are 21 feet wide and 15 feet deep. Inside net floor is about 225 square feet. The wall thickness is about 9/16 of an inch. The floorboards are 3/4 of an inch. The roof ceiling boards are 3/4 of an inch. And it has factory protection against termites. So with these cabinets, you're probably going to want to have somebody professionally lay down a foundation so that way it stays affixed to that foundation. They do give you an option of doing it on cinder blocks, but I don't know about you in your area. In Louisiana, we have some pretty mushy ground, so I can only imagine, after a good rainstorm, your cabin is like this. The cost of the all-wood Bon Air is $14,540. That does include free shipping. After you get your Amazon kit log cabin, I want you to understand there is one thing about all log cabins, whether it comes from Amazon or any other retail store. You're going to have to make sure that you always check on the moisture inside those homes. It seems to be a common problem that happens with all wood homes is that they hold in a lot of moisture. So you may want to invest in a lot of dehumidifiers. It's just one of those things. You don't want to have a mold problem inside your log cabin, so definitely take care of that. This one's a little bit bigger and more of like the traditional style of cabin that you're used to, but it's also a little bit more expensive. It's $17,255, but it says free shipping, so I mean, that's a good thing, right? It's complete cut, including all lumber, 29 gauge corrugated metal roof, single pine door, fixed window fastenings. There's going to be hardware needed to construct the 16 by 20 cottage style loft. Estimated build time is 2 people in 40 hours. If you're anything like my husband and I, that would be like, they might as well add like swearing to that too. Here's a fun fact. I know we're talking about tiny cabins that you can buy on Amazon. Do you know that the largest wood cabin in the United States is in Michigan? It's over 26,000 square feet. And that's a lot of wood. Now, if you live in the South, it's no secret that we have termites, and we have them pretty bad here in South Louisiana. If you plan on putting in a cabin, make sure you get some kind of termite contract on your cabin so that way you can be protected if anything does happen. And don't go cheap. Make sure you get the one that actually ensures the damage that is done from termites. We have in Louisiana these Formosum termites. They can do real damage on a house. So if you're planning on doing a log cabin in Louisiana, definitely get the termite contract. It's made of wood. You need to protect it from termites. Here's another log cabin kit from Amazon, and it was made by the same company that made the last one. This one is about $1,000 more. It is a 16 by 20 timber frame post beam Vermont Cottage A with pre-loft, pre-cut, step-by-step DIY plans. It will include all the lumber, 29 gauge corrugated metal roof, single pine door, fixed window, and fastening hardware needed to construct this 16 by 20 cottage. Includes step-by-step, easy-to-understand plans using the imperial measurement system. Am I going to sound like an idiot that I don't know what the imperial measuring system is? I don't know what that means. All right, let me read you this definition, and then I don't even feel as stupid anymore. The imperial system of units is a system of units defined in British Weights and Measuring Act of 1824 and continued to be developed through series of weights and measurement acts and amendments. That still didn't answer my question. I still don't know what it is. God. I don't feel as dumb anymore. Well, if you're on a budget and those other two were a little too, cha-ching, too a little pricey, this one's gonna be right in your budget. It's $9,950 and it does have free shipping. It's by bzbcabins.com, Lakeview Log Cabin Kit. The inside floor area is 209 square feet. Wall thickness is 1 3/4, or about 44 millimeters. Premium door window package, dual pane doors and windows. Inside dimensions are 17 by 12. The wall height is 87.5 inches. Overall height is 11.5 feet. This would make a really great she shed in my opinion. Now you have to know that these are kits. and they're not going to come with insulation. They're not going to come pre-wired, but you can put them together to have all those things, of course, plumbing or whatever else you want to add to it. They're cabins. They're not meant for long-term use. This would be a great studio room for making YouTube videos. If my husband's watching, that's a hint. No matter what kind of alternative house, whether it be a tiny log cabin kit or a tiny home or even a modular home, you're always going to want to check to make sure that the location you're wanting to put this is zoned to have these type of houses. In a lot of areas, the county will require your building to be at least 600 square feet. If not, you're going to have get some special permits. So always, no matter what the structure is on a piece of property, check with your county officials first before you decide to put it down. I don't even care if it's a shed. Just always check first. And not only that, make sure with your tax assessor's office too, if that is what you want to do, because you want to see how they're going to tax it out. So that way you know exactly how much your property taxes are going to be. Because if they are considering it a living dwelling, are they considering a shed, that may affect how much you want to pay in taxes. This is another really cute cabin kit. Again, it's 16 by 20, and this one runs around $18,400. Of course, free shipping because it's Amazon. Again, this includes all lumber, 29 gauge corrugated metal roof, single pine door, fixed window and fastening hardware needed to construct the 16 by 20 cottage loft. It includes a step-by-step, easy to understand plans using imperial measuring system, and we now know what that means. It does have technical support, so you can call in when you're like really stuck, which is much better than doing things from IKEA, because I don't know if you've ever tried to follow those plans. And the estimated time is still 2 people in 40 hours. I wonder how many swear words. Before you buy a kit, before you buy any of these kits, you're going to have to check to see how much the homeowner's insurance is going to cost you. You might have to actually pay a higher premium because it is an unusual type of home, and some insurance companies may not even cover it. So check that prior to putting down your Amazon tiny home kit. Now, if you're an investor and you're thinking about doing tiny home cabins, they're a great investment property. Just know that there's going to be a lot of maintenance expenses that you're going to have to do ahead of time. And if you're doing this on your own, I would still go ahead and hire a property management company to help you maintain these properties. They're a great investment property. I know lots of people that do that in all sorts of places that are close to national parks. They ran out really well. People like to park their little RVs up towards the top, and then they camp in the little cabins down below. It's a great little vacation place for lots of families. So if you're thinking about it, just know it's a great investment. Online, it does give you all the plans that you can see for yourself, and it shows you an estimate at what the pallets are going to look like when they come in, because it's not assembled. None of these cabins are going to be assembled. It's a kit, meaning you have to do it yourself. It's a DIY project that you're going to have to do together, obviously with 2 people. All these homes are super adorable. They're under $20,000. You get free shipping, and you can go ahead and order them on Amazon. How convenient is that? Just know that when you're putting it down, any structure, doesn't matter where you're putting it down, always have the permits done in first. You want to check to see if it's going to raise the cost of your homeowner's policy if you plan on putting it on the property where you already have a home. And make sure that you are checking with your tax assessor's office too to see how much that might increase your property taxes. And I know some of you in the comments are going to tell me, well, I just won't let the property assessor know. Well, here's the deal. They're gotten really smart, those property assessors, and they've been getting drones and they put them up in the air and it maps all the properties. So don't think you're going to hide a tiny home or a tiny structure or a shed or anything else on your piece of land and not let the tax assessor know. They're going to find out. They always find out. So which tiny home was your favorite? Let me know in the comments section. Now that you've seen all these tiny log cabins on Amazon, you should go ahead and check out these videos right here. My name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer, and I tell you all this because good real estate information matters.